Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Alexei1 in the 3-minute pool on ICC. So Alexei1 is another YouTuber. I actually just played him in Bullet. So he'll probably be posting this game to his channel. He seems pretty good at fast time controls. So I'll do my best again against him and see if I can keep a handle on his speed, basically. But yeah, if you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. It's Alexei1 on YouTube. So he's a Dutch FIDE master. Last name Timmermans. I want to say his first name's Mark, but I'm not sure. Okay, what's up with this? So if e4, what happens? Okay, so he's threatening knight takes e4. Can't remember what I'm supposed to do against this. Guess I'll play here, because I don't remember. And then maybe if I take on e6, he takes c3, and that doesn't look promising. So maybe bishop c4 is best. Yeah, let's do bishop c4, because I'm not really sure of the consequences of leaving my bishop like undefended on that square for too long. So I don't want to risk it. I'll just try to complete my development, basically. Stay solid. Let's have this knight protect the other knight, just in case he goes queen b4, because I think he might do that. Yeah, let's castle. Queen b4, I'd have to play b3. Let's go here. So if he goes knight b4, at least I can play a3. Knight c7 can be met by d6, which is nice. Maybe knight e4. Just trying to trade into an endgame. Let's play a3 first. Might go knight c7, just to try to force me to a decision with the d5 pawn. Yeah, knight c7. So if I take, he'll take with the d pawn, surely. Let's go d6. Just seems maybe like this pawn could be an annoyance to him. So I think I like that approach. Let's go here. Idea knight h5. He can plunk his bishop on d4, however. He's really trying to find a good square for that. d4 seems like a good square. Okay, let's bring this in. I'd love to get rook takes d4 in. That's actually the threat right here. He's got to be careful about that. And if he goes g6, I can give a check on f6. Yeah, he's just dropping this. Yeah, rook takes d4 was coming. Okay, let's have a look at it. Short game. I play this e3 variation that I really like against the Benko Gambit. In fact, I think on my channel, this is practically the only line I played against the Benko Gambit. Whereas other openings, I deviate somewhat. But I'm a reformed Benko Gambit player myself, and I just know when I played this opening, this was one of the lines that always gave me fits. So that's why I play it from the white side. It's a good strategy. Use the lines that give you problems from the other side of the board. Use them to good effect when you face them. So take, bishop takes, e6. e6 I'm not familiar with. This move, I'm sure it's completely playable. And it makes sense because he's trying to undermine my d5 pawn, and he can get in bishop takes g2 if I take on e6. But, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, e4 seems like the right response. Otherwise, I have to give up the pawn practically. I can play bishop c4 right away, can't I? Let's just turn on the engine and see. But bishop c4 right away is possible. Yeah, and I mean, he has to try to get compensation for the pawn. Probably he would do the same queen a5 move, because that introduces pinning ideas on my knight, so it's useful. But I played e4. Let's see if I followed, actually, the engine recommendation. Apparently not. Queen e2 is a decent move, huh? Just simply defending e4 a second time with the queen. Gives me a solid advantage. Yeah, I can see that. What if he goes bishop e7, just bishop d2? Okay. And he'll have to lose time probably at some point. So I played bishop d2. He took. Yeah, this is a common tactical idea in the Benko. I kind of forgot that I could play bishop takes d7 check and then take his knight if I want. So let's say I do that.
Check.
Here, knight takes, then knight takes here. But probably a good thing I didn't do it because my knight is loose on e4. He might just win the pawn back on d5 with advantage. It seems to be what the engine is saying. So I played bishop c4. I was worried about this queen b4 move. Okay, so bishop c4 might be a significant mistake. I should take on e6 instead, huh? And then if fe, queen h5.
Check.
Idea g6, queen here, I assume. g6, queen e5, with a very messy position. I feel like a position like this would probably fit his style better than mine. Just throwing that out there. He doesn't seem to shy away from complications from the games that I've seen of his. I was worried about queen b4. Yeah, because my bishop's always loose, and like if he plays it here, the point is I can't play b3 to support the bishop because c3 hangs. So that's unfortunate. So if queen b4, I'd have to do something like, I don't know, queen b3 maybe? Knight takes, queen here also is looking shaky for me. Fortunately, he took on d2 and then just went back to solid development. I was still worried about the queen b4 move. Yeah, suggested even here. I thought he might do it like in maybe this position. Queen b4 right now, b3, and then try to develop in a way that attacks this knight. Like even g6 is interesting, just to try to go bishop g7. But I guess I always have knight ge2 to prop up the knight and rook c1 if needed. So I might not be doing that bad. My pawn on d5 is useful in just keeping his knight out of the game. So you saw he had to go through some maneuvers with his knight to make it a relevant piece. So rook a d1, yeah. It's interesting that white is worse here, despite occupying the center and seemingly being better coordinated than black. But I think that's a testament to black's bishop pair and also their uninterrupted pawn chain. They don't have many weaknesses in this position. So he just let me get some kingside initiative, and really he just made a blunder at the end. That's about what this game came down to. d6. I didn't see a good alternative to d6, because if I take, he'll take this way, and he's got nothing to complain about. I have a pawn majority on the queen side that I'll never be able to use. His dark square bishop is unopposed, and probably he'll take over the d-file too, if he wants. So I try to play d6 just to complicate. Here, and knight g3. Might have been worth it for him to play a move like g6. I guess I do get this in, though. Or the engine prefers this one. Because if he takes, I have this in-between move. Okay. I see. So knight ce4, queen d8. Okay, so g6 is not so good. I was thinking g6 would make sense, though, to keep the knight out. Likes what he did, knight b8. Knight h5, bishop d4, and here. Okay, so he just needs to defend better. Yeah, he played this move, which was unfortunate, and he resigned before I could take on d4. Yeah, with unstoppable mate on g7 if he takes back. Queen d8 would be a timely defense, wouldn't it? Offering a queen trade. And if I back the queen off, I'd probably do something like this. Now g6. Okay. Yeah, and he can repel my initiative. Something like this. And then eventually, once he's beaten back my mini attack here, the trumps in his position should become irrelevant, like the bishop pair and the better pawn structure. This pawn, it might be lost in the long run. His knight is entering the action via c6. Yep, so just blundered. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.